Linkin Park got me through a lot of dark times. So I just want to leave you with this message, but never give up and keep moving forward. No matter what you're doing. I know it's always going to seem there's going to be times where it just seems tough and life is throwing everything at you, but never give up and keep moving forward. That's my message to you. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Dally Mac, back with another video. If you can't tell by the giant smile on my face, I'm excited for this reaction. I am a huge Linkin Park fan. I even got, vinyls to prove it. But I never thought that they would bring the band back together and make new music, because the passing of Chester Bennington was so catastrophic for the band. And so all of a sudden, and I know that Mike has said in interviews that they could never replace Chester, but he's such a creative person that I think that he couldn't help but get the band back together. It's all they know. That's all they've known. They came up with that band together and, made a name for themselves. But yeah, I'm excited to get into this reaction. I've heard majority of all of Linkin Park songs. There might be some songs that I have not heard, here and there, but for the most part, I've heard almost every album that they put out. I don't want to take up too much time in this reaction. I might cut this part out and put it in later, but without further ado, let's hop into this reaction. If you're new here, like, comment, subscribe, and share the video.
Your blades are sharpened with precision, flashing your favorite point of view.
Look at Johan.
I know you're waiting in the distance.
Also, before we go any further, I am aware that they replaced, I wouldn't say replace, you can't replace Chester, but their new lead singer is a female. I heard a little bit of her live on the performance they did on Friday, but I haven't heard her in the studio form yet. So I from what I could tell, she sounded good, but obviously there's some of the notes that she needs to work on to be able to sing their previous songs. But we'll hop back into this.
Just like you always do, just like you always do. Already pulling me in, already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I let you cut me open just to watch me bleed. Open for what I won't receive.
Man, this is so crazy, bro. It's been like 7 years since they put out an album and since Chester passed. Mike's done like projects in between here and there, and he's worked with like up and coming artists, but this is freaking amazing, bro. Like, I don't know what kind of sound they're going to shift the whole album towards. I see that they're trying to rebrand it as Linkin Park, but also Zero, which is the band that they started out as before they transitioned into Linkin Park. But man, it's just so good to hear new music from them because they're one of my favorite bands. And even though I won't get the full Linkin Park experience, I'm just glad that they're putting out music. They're going to do a tour here soon, and I can still go experience Linkin Park to some degree, because the only thing I really had was Mike Shinoda. He toured back in, I want to say he toured back in 2018 or something like that. But yeah, that's all. That's pretty much all I had. But
Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.
I was wondering when those guitars were going to kick in.
Going around like a revolver. It's been decided how we lose. 'Cause there's a fire under the altar.
I think her voice sounds good. Obviously, I'm going to always compare her to Chester, but I see why they went the route that they went, because Chester had this kind of, he had a similar tone of voice, but obviously a little bit more masculine to it. But she kind of fills the void a little bit better. I have to hear her on more music to fully, give my opinion on her. I plan on doing another video explaining what I think about the move to move on to another lead singer and put out new music. I kind of was hoping they would, but also was like, but what about Chester? But we'll get back into this. This video's fire, by the way. I like the glitchy and randomness.
I know exactly how this
This video is fire. The effects that they're putting over it to, to make it look pixelated, or even that glitchy effect that they're doing, I think it's fire. As a video editor, I can kind of see some of that stuff now. But no, man, this song is it just gives me classic Linkin Park feel. Not like, I wouldn't say it reminds me of Hybrid Theory or Meteor at all, but more of like Minutes to Midnight and that transition into like Living Things and that type of album. But it sounds good, and it's just refreshing because a lot of the newer bands have gotten more into the poppy sound, and I think this has a pop element to it, but it still has that Linkin Park signature sound to it. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be biased. This song could sound completely terrible to somebody else, but I'm a huge Linkin Park fan, and this is new music by them, and it still sounds like them. So I'm just appreciative that they stayed true to who they were. Man. So that was Linkin Park Emptiness Machine. Man, that's a good reintroduction into Linkin Park after 7 years, bro. Like, I had to look it up, but yeah, Chester passed away 2017, and then Mike released Post Traumatic Stress, which was kind of an album as a way to grieve with the experiences that he was going through dealing with that passing. Um, Man, I'm excited for this new album. I believe it comes out in November, which is my birthday month. Um, and they're going to be doing a tour. So because I had tickets for that concert that summer that he passed away, and then my pastor called me up and gave me the news, and I felt so weird about that because Linkin Park helped me get through like some of my darkest times, and will forever be one of my favorite bands that like kind of helped me transition into listening to rock music. They bridged the gap between hip hop and rock for me. I do plan on doing another video to kind of give a little bit more background on why I love Linkin Park, if anybody's interested. But thank you for watching the video. Please leave a comment on your favorite Linkin Park album or favorite Linkin Park song. And hopefully, hopefully this reaches people, and I can meet fellow Linkin Park fans, because I felt like they're a very slept on band. They've done a lot for the music industry in general, but rock and hip hop, with the way that they marketed themselves back in the 90s and the early 2000s. And man, they just have a special place in my heart. And to me, there's just no other band that can mimic what they did with their success. So, but that's all I got for you. Please remember to wake up and choose greatness. I have a special message. It's another slogan that I'm trying to implement into my videos. But for anybody out there watching, just because I said before, Linkin Park got me through a lot of dark times. So I just want to leave you with this message. But never give up and keep moving forward. No matter what you're doing. I know it's always going to seem there's going to be times where it just seems tough and life is throwing everything at you, but never give up and keep moving forward. That's my message to you.